Hi, this is Clint. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about Sugarloaf Mountain in Rio de Janeiro. After Christ the Redeemer, the second most popular tourist attraction in Rio is going to be Sugarloaf Mountain. Now, to go see Sugarloaf Mountain, there are a few ways to do it. The most obvious way and the easiest way is, of course, to take a tour group. Tour groups will be the easiest because they'll pick you up from your hotel, they'll take you on site, they'll organize you, they'll handle all the logistics, handle your tickets for you, and take you up the mountain for you and back. I chose not to do that. I want to do it in a more cost-effective manner. Because Sugarloaf Mountain is so popular, it's going to be crowded. And it's highly recommended to go early in the morning or go late in the afternoon because a lot of people like to catch the sunset part of the day. It's pretty nice apparently up there. I went early in the morning. So the way I did it in a more cost-effective manner is I took the Metro subway station, which is really efficient in Rio de Janeiro. I took it from Copacabana to Botafogo station. And from there, you can either take a short Uber ride over to Sugarloaf Mountain, or in my case, I just decide to walk. It's a safe area of the city. It's pretty pleasant. It took me about half an hour. And that early in the morning, there were joggers and cyclists. That's about it. It was a really nice walk. So I walked over to Sugarloaf Mountain and I already had my advance ticket. This is something else. It's highly recommended to get an advance ticket because if you don't, once you get to Sugarloaf Mountain, you're going to have to line up to get a ticket for the cable car that brings you up. And then you're going to have to line up for the cable car. So you're going to have to do two really long lineups. You don't want to do that. Now, here's an important point that's a little bit different from Christ the Redeemer. Because Christ the Redeemer is so high, it is kind of weather dependent. On the other hand, for Sugarloaf Mountain, it's not as high up as Christ the Redeemer. So even if it's on a rainy or foggy or cloudy day, Sugarloaf Mountain should still be okay. You should still get some pretty nice views from Sugarloaf Mountain. So it's not as weather dependent as Christ the Redeemer. Now, because I had my advance ticket, I didn't have to line up to get tickets. I just had to go straight into the line where the cable cars were waiting. So I went to the cable car. It took a little bit of time because the cable cars are a little bit busy. But again, it's a timed entry. So you have to go within a certain hour of when your advance ticket specifies. Now mine was, I believe it was a 9 a.m. entry. So I can go on anytime between 9 and 10 a.m. So the cable car from the base street level takes you to the first mountain, because there's actually two mountains. And the first mountain is actually not the Sugarloaf Mountain. It's actually one called Urca Mountain. It's actually the bigger one in terms of the site. This is where most of the shops will be, food vendors. You're going to have some little exhibitions there as well, some old cable cars, I believe. So it's pretty nice there. This is no surprise. The price for food and any gift items there are going to be quite high. After all, you're at a tourist attraction. So keep that in mind. Now, you can basically spend as long as you want on Urca Mountain. Another way to get to Urca Mountain is some people actually do a hike. When you get to Urca Mountain, you can stay as long as you want there. And when you're ready, you go to the cable car. This is the second cable car to go up to Sugarloaf. The lineup is a little bit less, at least that's what the case was when I was there. So I didn't have to wait that long. I took the cable car. This is the second cable car up to Sugarloaf, which is even higher. And from there, you've got some incredible views. The views at Urca Mountain wasn't too bad either, but you're just a little bit higher when you're at Sugarloaf. Now, when you're up at Sugarloaf Mountain, in addition to the viewpoints, they also have a really nice set of nature paths. I would highly recommend just spending a little bit of time going through these nature paths because it's also shaded, which is quite nice. There's a lot of trees there, you know, you get a little bit of protection from the sun for a little bit. And when you walk around, it's quite pleasant and you get some viewpoints from there as well. So when you're ready to leave Sugarloaf Mountain, you just take the cable car back down to Urca Mountain. You can hang out there for as long as you want. And then when you're ready to leave Urca Mountain, you take the next cable car back down to ground level. It's definitely worth the trip. And if you want, you don't have to stay there all day. I think for me, I just took about half a day, the morning, and that was it. But it's definitely worth it if it's your first time in Rio. Sugarloaf Mountain is highly recommended. By the way, if you haven't done so already, check out my video for Christ the Redeemer, which is the #1 attraction in Rio. But with this video and that video, I've got you covered for the top 2 attractions in Rio.